The science of being funny.
Some people are
Let's
what you would
see.
describe as
Am I funny? Am I funny? Let me know. Let me know.
funny, humorous, or overall completely stupid. But why is it that things like naive stupidity, over-exaggeration, and
I feel like, bro. I asked one of my, one of the fellows I work with today, who is the biggest menace. I'm not. I'm not like you can take that as you will, like a full of menace or but funny. But he said someone else. But I was like, no, like they do it on purpose. He said someone else. I was like, no, but like they actually purposely do like that, and they're like me. I guess I'm a bit of a troll. Is that funny? Yeah, sometimes. Like sometimes I poke fun at people, and like the people I'm poking fun of don't really think it's funny, but like people that hear it think it's pretty funny.
unexpected twists give you a mini seizure? Why does it happen anytime Theovon communicates, and how can you make it?
Bro, it's actually been a while. It's been a while since I've had a really good laugh. I'm like now that I think of it, like being funny and laughter. Like one of those laughs you can't stop laughing. Like your face starts hurting because you're smiling so much. Well, I haven't had one of those in a while.
Happen to other people? Well, there are 4 big things. Step 1, know what's funny. At the Humor Research Lab, a few dudes came up with
I
something
think I know
called
what's
the
funny.
benign violation theory. This theory states that humor occurs when and only when 3 things happen. There is a violation, the situation is benign, and both these things
What does
happen
benign
at the
mean?
same time. Thank you, Eminem. Also, what sort of poshy language is benign?
Yeah,
And is it German?
that's
No.
what I just said.
Language is benign.
Benign. I don't know. Just subscribe. What the heck? That is not the meaning, bro.
And is it German? No, it's Latin. And it means kind or not harmful. Cool. So if something is funny, it is
Okay, so benign. It's like lighthearted.
an unharmful or benign violation. What is a violation? In this context, it's anything that threatens the way you believe the world should be or threatens the norm. Violations have many fonts.
I do lots of
including
violations.
physical, identity, cultural, communication, logical, and moral. Let me give you an example. If I were to come up to you on the street and start punching you in the stomach, you probably won't laugh and may even be upset. This is a pure physical violation. If I instead were to start tickling you, that would be even weirder and still a pure violation because you don't know me. But if a friend tries to tickle you, odds are you're gonna slip a giggle. Even if me and your friend have the same exact tickling technique, you almost certainly won't find my
I don't know you, bro.
With
Get
your
away
friend,
from me. What
you
the
know
heck?
you are safe and the environment is benign, and therefore you squeal like a little girl. Other things that may also make you squeal in excitement is the new War Thunder update. For those of you,
oh my gosh, bro. Bro, this is 2 minutes long. What the heck? This is like more than a quarter of the vid, bro.
download War Thunder for free.
Oh my
link in
goodness.
description. Anyways, back to business. It's almost never as obvious on whether a violation is benign, like the example I gave. So how can you make a violation benign in a joke? For example, one way is to not be strongly committed to the violated norm. This is a slippery slope and can be overdone. For example, if I were to say, wouldn't it be funny if...
Bro, we all have that friend that goes, like, overdoes it, you know? Like, maybe, like, you're with your friends at school, like, in a group, and you start poking fun. And there's that one dude that gets very salty easily. And then he... Like, this is the thing about joking. You can say, like, jokes, poking fun, like, maybe about you got a new haircut, looks trash, his trim is so washed, it looks like, Leaning Tower of Pisa, his hairline. And then you make fun of that. And then next minute, he starts saying to the dude with a dead mom, like, oh, like, at least my mom's still alive. Skill issue. Like, that's crazy. Like, bro, why are you gonna bring up his dead mom? Like, what did it... Bro, his mom did nothing to you, bro. That is not benign. That's like too far. But obviously in different contexts or like different people of like some people might think that's funny, like in a joking way maybe. But yeah, I feel like most guys know that situation. Like we're just poking fun, bro. Just light stuff, just light surface level stuff. And then some dude gets a little bit too salty, and then he starts bringing up real life stuff like maybe a divorce or a dead parent or them being like poor. Like, yeah, that's too much, bro. Like, come on, dude.
For every joke, everything would be too benign and the jokes wouldn't be as funny because the threat is an absolute zero. A better method
you
is
need to
subtle
get
sarcasm. You can tell the violation.
Oh, bro, I'm very sarcastic. I'm a very sarcastic person. But the thing about me that a few people like when I talk, even if I'm being sarcastic, I can just keep a straight face and, act as if I'm just like, I can be sarcastic and talk completely regular. Some people are sarcastic and you can easily tell, but for me, I can be dead serious, like just be talking regular but being 100% sarcastic. And some people don't, they don't catch on. Some people don't catch on. Or I might try to be sarcastic and purposely make a straight face and talk regular so they don't get it.
Isn't going to happen, but also no one ever outright
Oh yeah, and as well, Australians are just sarcastic in general. Like that's a very common thing in Australia. Lots of Australians are sarcastic.
wouldn't be as funny because the threat is an absolute zero. A better method is subtle sarcasm. You can tell the violation isn't going to happen, but also, no one ever outright said it wouldn't. Another method is to make the violation psychologically distant. So jokes about the Titanic today could be funny because the tragedy is very, very distant. And also because there was definitely room on that door. This is why people might say I can joke about it now, a while after some bad incident like a breakup.
That's true, that's
because while
true.
the violation obviously still happened, it was a while.
It's because like people have healed from it, People have healed from it. Like Titanic over 100 years ago. Maybe if you said it a week after the accident when it's all on the newspapers, people will have a different reaction. But yeah. Oh yeah, like this right here. Violation, she cheated. It was a while ago. And she was like okay, yeah, it's like, you make a fun of your friend getting cheated on by some, by some chop chick. It was a while ago. Yeah, you can laugh. But if it's just yesterday, that's crazy. Like, bro hasn't healed. He's still going through it.
While ago, and it doesn't feel as real.
You just gotta know.
Also apply this to things that are going to happen in the future or things that are happening now on other parts of the world. And the final method to make a violation benign is if there's some alternative explanation that somehow makes the violation okay. This explains tickling because it's a mock attack. Still an attack, but not a dangerous one. Benign violation. Step 2, know your victim. You may be thinking, bro, you're talking about humor like it's the same every time, but the jokes I make with the boys.
Yeah, oh my gosh, I legit experienced this. Like, this is with I don't know exactly if it's most guys, but lots of guys, bro. We show affection by insulting each other. That's how guys are. We insult each other. Like, bro, like, usually we insult the people that, we would trust our lives with the most. Then like say there's a stranger guy we never met, we're polite, we're cordial, but if we get to know them and we get to the point like we really get along with each other, that's when the insults start coming, that's when the violations start happening. Girls are completely different. I feel like with girls, oh my gosh, like girls and guys in this sense that I'm going to talk about is completely different. Guys, we say the most horrible thing to each other's faces, but behind our backs we say the best things about them to other people. Girls, they say the most amazing things to each other's face. Oh, you're so beautiful. But behind their backs, complete opposite. Oh, yuck. Like, she was eating so much food. Oh, she was talking to those guys. Oh, completely different, bro. But yeah. Oh, yeah. And then the thing I was going to say is that I was talking to this girl. It was just like the first day of us talking. And, if I like someone, I poke fun. Poke fun at them. If I didn't like him, I wouldn't bother, bro. I was poking fun of her, saying she stunk, stuff like that. But I've kind of I kind of understand that. Yeah, looking at this and thinking about it, it's probably not the best idea because she doesn't really get the sarcasm, and she thought I was full on just being rude, bro. She thought I was full on being rude, So yeah, you gotta time it. You can't just do it straight off the bat sometimes.
Boys won't work on my mom. And that's true. Humor is subjective. This is because every violation. Step 2, know your victim. You may be thinking, bro, you're talking about humor like it's the same every time, but the jokes I make with the boys won't work on my mom. And that's true. Humor is subjective. This is because everyone has different perspectives or opinions on what is benign and what is a violation. So before you try that orphan joke on Beatrice, feel it out.
Who is
Get to know her
Beatrice,
first. She
bro?
seems like the type, give it a shot. And when the joke flops, run to your room.
I've seen this guy before. He's like like a funny YouTuber or something.
Slam the door and play
Like
some
a
War
comedy
Thunder.
guy.
Step 3. Good joke quality.
British,
If
I'm
you ask
pretty
a
sure.
comedian what makes a joke good, they're likely going to tell you 3 things. First, brevity is the soul of wit. AKA, get to the point. No one wants to hear you ramble. Everyone
Facts.
wants to hear the punchline. Second, be specific. Saying, so I told the old grandma ... isn't as funny as saying, so I told Beatrice ... Notice too how the specific one took up less words. You don't have to sacrifice brevity for
Very true,
specificity.
very true.
Get creative. Third, the rule of 3. If you're listing things with the plan to list something drastically different at the end to be funny, list 3 of them. 2 normal ones to make a pattern, and 1 at the end to break it. Your step.
Okay, hold up. The stream is freaking crash, bro. I'm gonna need a frick. I'm gonna restart the stream, bro. I'm gonna restart the stream. But I will continue this shit. Hold up, I'll be back. I'll be back. Okay, we're back live. I don't know what the heck happened, but bro, my Twitch is so scuffed. Okay, we're back.
Establishing what's benign yourself, and then making the violation. Step 4. Make bad jokes. If your goal is to become a more funny person, this is sacrifice brevity for specificity. Get creative. Third, the rule of 3. If you're listing things with the plan to list something drastically different at the end to be funny, list 3 of them. 2 normal ones to make a pattern, and 1 at the end to break it. You're establishing what's benign yourself, and then making the violation. Step 4. Make bad jokes.
Bro, we're just like learning how to violate.
Your goal is to become a more funny person. This is the most important step of the whole video, and you will 100% fail without it. This video, and you will
What? 7 hours?
100% fail without it. Let's talk about neuroplasticity. When you're learning pretty much anything, there are 2 results: failure and success. In order for neuroplasticity,
Bro, this is actually a good vid. This is like
to activate
educational.
your brain, it needs to have a reason. This is why ultimately making bad jokes will make you funnier. It's because you failed, and because of that failure, you're
Yeah, bro. Yeah, this is a common one, bro. It's like the joke is so bad. That's what the funny thing about it is. It's just trash. Like sometimes dad jokes are so trash or so corny, but that makes them funny. Something not like there's lots of dad jokes that fail, bro. But I'm gonna shout out my construction teacher / woodwork teacher, Mr. Adams, bro. This guy had so many dad jokes. Mr. Adams. He had so many dad jokes, bro. Like, oh my gosh. He'll probably have a dad joke for like every class, bro. And lots of them was like crickets, but some of them were actually funny, bro. Like, oh my gosh, that's so bad, sir. You know?
Your brain is really open to making new neural connections, releasing a few specific neurochemicals, or in other words, increasing plasticity. So when you're with your friends and you throw out 5 bad jokes before one lands, because you previously threw out the 5 bad jokes, your brain is incredibly keen on subconsciously noting what worked with your success and what didn't with your failures. Then technically the actual improvement happens later during sleep. If you just make a good joke at the start, your brain doesn't note anything. It doesn't particularly take into account what just worked. Those neural chemicals aren't released with that joke, meaning your brain is not in a state of plasticity. After all, it has no reason to be. That's why making bad jokes is vital. And with that said, allow me to hit you with a banger. What did Beatrice say to her grandson?
I've got no idea. What did Beatrice say to his grandson? To her What did Beatrice say to her grandson?
Download War Thunder. Link in the description.
No, bro.
Also, since you're funny now, you gotta pay me, so that's gonna cost you 1 subscribe.
That's
and the
such
stream
a
should
trash
ask you some
joke,
questions.
bro.
So, yeah.
I'm not downloading War Thunder, dude. But I'm gonna like the vid. This is a good vid. I learned a lot, bro. I learned how to be funny, dude. That'll be vid. Very good vid, bro. Very good vid. This man is literally fixing my life. He made me less annoying, got me a girlfriend, and now made me actually funny. How does he do it? I'm honestly obsessed with these vids. The editing is cadence. The jokes. Oh my. No, I must subscribe, bro. This is good. This is a good channel, bro. This is a good channel. This guy the best discovery I've found in a while. Man's got sponsorship at just 12 vids. Dang, 12. But these are good. These are good. But yeah, I'm glad I watched it. No, this is actually like being funny, making people laugh and stuff like that is just it's such an everyday thing. And this guy actually went in depth with it, you know? Benign violation jokes. So yeah. Yeah, good freaking vid. Hopefully you're more funny, bro. hopefully you actually make people laugh and don't just, you know, just say a joke and then everyone's just like this. Like, this is the face when someone says a bad joke sometimes, and I just make this face. But yeah, hopefully you're more funny now.